Welcome to this short yoga practice. Sit with your legs crossed. Just notice which leg is in front, which one is behind. Sit bones into the mat. Spine comes up long, so tuck your pelvis under a little bit. Open through your shoulders. Shoulders away from ears. Tuck your chin. Place your hands gently on your knees and take your gaze over your right shoulder. And come back to centre. Take your gaze over your left shoulder. Just feeling a stretch in the neck. And come back to centre. Take your right arm alongside your body. Use your left arm to support you. Take your left ear down to your left shoulder. Just feeling a deeper stretch here. In through the shoulder, through the neck. And then you can turn to your chin down towards your armpit to deepen the stretch further. And release. Just roll your shoulders back a few times to release any tension. And take your left arm across your body. Right arm supports. Right ear comes down to right shoulder. Stay here for a breath, feeling that stretch in your neck. And turn your chin down towards your armpit. And release. Roll your shoulders back a couple of times. Take your right hand down to the mat next to you. Inhale, lengthen through your left side body. Exhale, lean over to the right. Keep your fingertips strong here so you can feel a stretch right from fingertips all the way down to sit bones. And release, bring that hand down to the mat. Inhale, lengthen through the right side of your body. Exhale, lean over to the left. Taking that same stretch on the other side. And release. Place both hands on your knees. Inhale, lengthen through your spine. Exhale, fold forward from your hips. Bring your hands down to the mat in front of you. And you should be lengthening through the spine here, not curving. So think flat back and think hinging forwards, not bending forwards. Make sure both sit bones are on the mat. And you can gently sway from side to side, feeling a stretch all the way down the side body into your hips. And release. Look down at your feet. Whichever foot is in front, switch over. And we'll take that again, placing hands onto your knees. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold from the hips, taking your hands in front of you to support you. Again, just gently swaying from side to side. Make sure your chin is tucked so you're keeping the back of your neck in alignment with your spine here. And come to stillness. And come over into a tabletop position. So hands underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips. Crown of your head pointing forwards, tailbone to the back of the room. On your next inhale, lift your tailbone, belly comes to the floor, gaze comes forward. This is cow. On your next exhale, tuck your tailbone, really arch up through your spine, gaze looks between your legs. This is cat. Inhale, come back to cow. Exhale, come into cat. And take 3 more cat-cows using your breath as your guide. Align your body and your breath. When you've completed 3, come to stillness. Come high up on your knees. Take your right leg out alongside you. Place your right hand on your right thigh. Inhale through the left side. And as you exhale, slide your hand down towards your shin. Feeling a stretch this time from fingertip all the way down to your knee. Make sure your shoulder stays away from your ear, so it's very easy to lift our shoulder up to our ear. And now release that and turn your leg, your right leg, so now your toes are pointing up, so you've opened through the hip. We'll take that again. Inhale. Exhale, slide your arm down your leg over to the right. You should feel a different sort of stretching sensation through your hip. And release. Come back to centre and take your left leg out alongside you, left hand on top of left thigh. Inhale, exhale, lean over to the left. Just stay here for a couple of breaths. And then release. Externally rotate this leg, so coming up high onto your heel. Place your hand on your leg, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lean over. So again, you should feel the stretch in a different place. Maybe in your quad, maybe in your hip. And just hold here for a breath. And release. Bring your right foot forwards into a low lunge position. Engage your glutes on the left hand side. Really lift up through your rib cage. Engage your core muscles. Place both hands on your thigh. And on an exhale, take your hips down towards the mat. Now you might need to scoot your front foot forward here so that your knee doesn't come any further forward than your ankle. And also make sure that your knee is straight. It's not leaning in, it's leaning straight forward. So maybe encouraging it towards your pinky toe. Keep open through your chest. And then take your hands down to the mat, either side of your foot. And inhale, lift your right arm up to the sky. Spinal twist. So really feel base, mid, upper spine twisting here. And then exhale, take that hand back down to the mat. Bring both of your hands to the inside of your foot and scoot your right foot over to the edge of your mat. Turn your foot out onto a 45-degree angle. Heel on the mat, toes off of the mat. And you can stay here, or you can turn onto the outer edge of your foot. And you can stay here, or you can tuck your back toes under and lift your back knee off the mat. Just stretching through the hips, through the quads. And release. Come back high on both of your knees. We'll take that on the other side. So this time, step forwards. I'm going to switch sides. This time, step forwards with your left foot. Really tighten and engage the glutes on your right. Engage your abdomen. Hands on your front thigh. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hips down towards the mat. Really stretching out through the front of your right thigh. And glutes are engaged. It's very easy to kind of flop forwards. You want to engage your whole body. Now take your hands down either side of your foot. Keep your right hand on the mat. Inhale, left arm comes all the way up to the sky. So spinal twist on the other side now. So again, notice where you feel this. Lower spine, mid spine, upper spine. And release. Take that hand down to the mat. Bring both hands to the inside of your front foot. Scoot your left foot out to the outside of your mat. Heel on the mat. Ball of your foot off the mat. And turn so that your outer edge of your foot is on the mat. And both hands are pushing down through the mat. Tuck your back toes and lift through the back leg. Really feel yourself pushing down through the mat through your arms. You're not leaning on the mat, you're engaging your upper body, pushing the mat away from you. And release. Bring that knee back down to the mat and come back high onto your knees. Take your hands down back into a tabletop position. Tuck your toes under. Push yourself back up or up to downward facing dog. And then walk your hands slowly towards your feet, coming into a forward fold. Just let yourself hang here for a moment. You can place your hands on opposite elbows, just letting gravity take you here. And on your next inhale, slowly bring yourself up. Come to the top of your mat. Step back with your right foot, find warrior two on this side. So front foot pointing forwards, back foot parallel to the mat. Hips are facing the side, shoulders are facing the side, arms out, gaze over your front fingertips. Turn both your palms to face the sky. Inhale, straighten your front leg, lift your arms up. Exhale, come back, warrior two. Inhale, flip your palms, lift your hands up above your head, straighten your leg. Exhale, warrior two. One last time, flip your palms, straighten your leg, inhale. Exhale, warrior two. So just take a moment, look at the position of your front knee, make sure it's no further ahead than your ankle, and make sure that it's leaning out towards your pinky toe, not falling inwards here. Really engage both of your quad muscles, so fronts of thighs. Turn your front hand, inhale, lift your front arm up to the sky, reverse warrior. The back arm can be pointing down towards the floor, it can be on the small of your back, or can be reaching around for your front thigh, just depending on how your shoulders are today. Just hold here for one more breath, and come back, warrior two. Bring your front elbow onto your knee, take your arm over alongside your head, extended side angle. Keep pushing into that back foot, that back edge of your foot, pushing into the mat. Inhale, warrior two. Flip your front palm, come back into reverse warrior. And on your next exhale, find warrior two. Take your front hand down to the inside of your foot. Option here to use a block or a book to bring the mat up to you if you need it today. Just listen to what your body needs today. Wherever your hand is, you can push your arm and knee into each other for stability and open up, bringing right fingertips up to the sky. And your gaze can follow your top hand or can be straight ahead, your choice. Just make sure that you've got nice alignment in your neck. Engage your core. Next inhale, rise all the way back up, warrior two. Bring your hands to your hips, toes face the side of your mat. Bring your hands behind you, either clasp them together or you can bring them into a reverse prayer position. Reverse prayer is more demanding on the shoulders, so you choose what you need today. Wherever your hands are, inhale, open through the chest. Exhale, forward fold. Crown of your head comes down towards the mat. And if your hands are clasped together, they can be on the small of your back, or you can lift them up for a deeper shoulder stretch. Or if your hands are in reverse prayer, just hold them there. Engage your core. On the next inhale, rise all the way up. Turn your right toes to the back of your mat, the other side of your mat. Find warrior two on this side. We're going to repeat that sequence. Flip your front palm, inhale, rise up into reverse warrior. And exhale, come back, warrior two. Take your elbow onto your front knee, back arm comes alongside your ear, extended side angle. Keep both legs engaged. On your next inhale, come back up, warrior two. Flip your front palm, inhale, reverse your warrior. Hold here for a breath. Exhale, warrior two. Bring your front hand down to the inside of your front foot. Again, option to use a block or book here. Back arm comes up, so you've got a straight line. Think fingers, shoulder, neck, shoulder, fingers, straight line. And keep leaning back here. Really engage your quads, engage your core. Don't just hang here. On your next inhale, rise all the way back up, warrior two. Bring your hands to your hips and then scooch your feet together. And we'll take two balance poses. First balance pose is tree pose, so ground your right foot into the mat. Left foot comes on kickstand, calf, or your inner thigh. Bring your hands to heart center. Keep your hips level. Inhale, lift your arms up, keep your hands together. Exhale, come back to heart center. Inhale, rise your arms. Exhale, back to heart center. Inhale one last time and open your arms up. Fingertips can be waving in the sky. You can rotate your hands to face the back of the room. You can bring your arms into cactus, whatever feels good for you. And release. Just shake out your ankles. We'll take that on the other side. So this time ground your left foot into the mat. Right foot comes on kickstand, calf, or thigh, just make sure you avoid your knee. Hands come together. Inhale, raise your hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands rise up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Last time, inhale, raise your hands. Exhale, take your arms out into your tree on this side. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Keep imagining your shoulder blades pulling back towards each other in your back body. And wherever your arms are, now release. Just rotate your ankles. And we'll take one last balance pose. We'll take modified dancer's pose. So come to a wall. Place one hand on the wall for balance and support. Yeah, look on this side. So I've got my right hand on the wall. And then bend your left knee and grab a hold of your left foot from the inside, not from the outside. And then bring your knees together, hips are in alignment. You can stay here, or you can let go of the wall and lengthen up through the through the right arm. Make sure your knees are together here, hips are level. This is the first stage of dancer's pose. And release. And we'll take that on the other side. So this time take your other hand to the wall. So I've got my left hand on the wall, bend your right knee. Hand comes to the inside of your foot. Again, make sure your knees are level, make sure your hips are level. It's really easy to kind of sink down and lean over. So you want really good alignment here. That's more important than anything else. And then when you're ready, you can let go of the wall and extend your right fingertips up to the sky. Feeling length here through your spine. And release. Bring your feet hip width apart. Inhale, rise your arms up. Exhale, fold forwards. Hands come down towards the mat. Knees come down onto the mat. And come down to a seated position. And cross your legs for a final stretch. So hands on your knees. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, forward fold, just like we did at the beginning. Hands out in front of you. You might feel a little bit looser, a little bit more mobility here now that you've moved your body. Staying low, take your front body over your right thigh and place your hands down on the floor. So imagine there's a straight line shooting out from your kneecap, taking that line of your thigh, and you want a hand either side of that. And you can stay here. If you want a deeper stretch, you can take your left hand and place it on top of your right hand for a deeper stretch along your side body. Just wherever you are, make sure that both of your sitting bones are on the mat. And release and come back to center. And now take that over your left thigh. Same move. Keep both hip bones on the mat, so especially that right one. And you can take your right hand on top of your left for a deeper stretch. And release, come back to center, and lift your body up. We'll take one last breath to close this practice. Inhale, sweep both of your arms up above your head, bring your hands together. Exhale, bring your hands down to heart center. Thank you so much for joining me for this super short practice. I hope it's given you an energy boost whenever you've just practiced it. Namaste.